I'm Hailey.
I'm Sean.
And welcome to Hailey Hates Everything.
I pick a surprise topic.
And I get high and opinionated so we can discuss it together.
So grab a snack and hang out with us for
Hailey Hates Everything. Happy September, and welcome back to the Hailey Hates Everything podcast. It's me. I hate everything. So I am joined by my co-host, Sean.
Hello, good day.
Hello and good day to you,
Good day.
I said good day, sir. How you doing? How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. We're recording at the end of Labor Day, actual Labor Day itself, so we've had the nice long weekend, although we've both been essentially working.
I wouldn't call it long. Yeah, it seems very short. I got a lot done on Saturday.
That's good.
A lot. I was very proud of myself.
Hell yeah.
Deep cleaned the bathroom. Dusted everything. Everything's very clean. As clean as it can be when you have hard water, because, that's an issue. But got a lot done. It took you 2.5 days to put new brakes on the car.
It wasn't. I wasn't working the full time on that. But
well,
yes,
I don't think anybody thinks you're working 24 hours a day on the car.
It wasn't even like full days. It was like half days because I ran into a couple things. So yeah.
Anyways, you finally got brakes on the car.
Yep,
We won't have an accident.
Front brakes. I did brakes, brake pads, new rotors, rebuilt the calipers. Had to get a new caliper bracket because one of the, bolts or whatever was seized. So it took a bunch of time.
I don't know what half that shit means. Probably 80%.
Yeah, probably nobody else does either. So.
Well, I'm sure other people have cars and they maybe know.
But I don't think most people are really in like doing all that stuff by hand. I don't know.
Okay, I guess so. They mostly take it to like Oil Can Henry's or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Is that a place?
Midas,
the Midas
or
Touch?
Maybe they do exhaust. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like a garage or whoever?
Yeah.
The car guy?
Oh, maybe Meineke. I think they do brakes and stuff.
Meineke.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by any of these people. And it makes me angry to mention them sometimes because they're not paying us.
True.
And I don't know about you, but I'd like to get paid. Anyway, car people, maybe you understood what he said. I don't. So anyway, jumping into I've said so anyway a lot, right? Now, usually when I listen to the podcast back and I edit it, because sometimes there's long pauses or we're looking up some shit or whatever we're doing. We're having to let a dog go potty. There's usually long things I have to cut out. And when I listen back to it, I'm like, oh shit, I said this thing a lot, whatever it was. And there's different phrases too that I use at different times. I don't know what mindset I have to be in to use the certain phrases.
I know I say like a lot.
Yes, you're the king of like a lot, like a lot. Now there's some sentences are like paragraphs of you talking and I'm just like, damn dude, every other word is a like. It's a lot. For me, it's a lot of uhs that I have to cut out. Sometimes I say, you know what I mean? So anyway, and okay. I say those things
like that? Okay.
a lot of the times, yes, because I'll get really excitable about what I'm talking about. And so I've cut out some of those because I don't think anybody wants to hear it that often.
Okay.
If it gets on my nerves, it probably might get on other people's nerves. Anyway, it's a whole ordeal. And I don't know why I went on that tangent. I've already forgotten.
Behind the scenes, deets.
Well, jumping into, do you have anything to add to last week's episode?
It's been a bit busy. I wanted to do some follow-up research, but
You ain't done shit, have you?
it didn't really happen. Basically, hair removal sucks.
It does. It really does. I think we wrapped that up nicely.
Yeah.
Nobody gave me any stories of their own. Nobody has sent in any stories lately. And I'm very upset with everyone.
Yeah.
And I need some participation and engagement in my community. So I'm just letting you know. If it comes to mind while you're listening to this, then fucking say something. Send me a DM. Send me an email. I've made it very easy for all of you to get in touch with me. So I'd really love that.
We can make it anonymous. Just say,
Yeah, I don't have to use your
yeah,
name.
yeah.
I don't have to say anything about you. I don't have to say I know this person if I know you. Just say, hey, I want this to be anonymous. You don't have to tell me why. None of that. Tell me why. You don't have to. All you have to do is say, I want it to be anonymous, and then tell me your story. And if you
Okay.
don't, if you just want to tell me and you don't want to share it with everyone who listens to this podcast, just tell me that. And I'll keep it on the down low, just between us two.
Yeah, yeah.
But come on, help someone out. Help a friendly Hailey out. Send me your stories. Send me your tales, your triumphs, your joys, and anything else you want to share. Especially if it's something that comes up and relates to what we're talking about that week.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. That's all. I'm done. It's okay. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
Things that make you go,
Ooh wee!
well, Hailey, do you have any ooh wees?
You know what? I'm down with Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I certainly am. And I just want to say also, elf ears are sexy. Now, I know not everybody in Middle Earth is attractive, and they don't have to be. That's fine. But elf ears in a period costume, pretty nice. Gets my motor running. I like it. Give me some ethereal lighting. Give me a forest with the fireflies and shit. Or like, what's that place that's not Rivendell? That's Rivendell in this series? What's it called?
I don't know. I forget already. There's so many new locations they've brought up that I
Eregion
can't.
or Region or...
Yeah, I
Is
can't
that
remember
it?
them all right now.
Anyway, it's basically just birch trees with fall colors
Yeah.
and waterfall. I mean, it's Rivendell, you guys. It looks like Rivendell. These white arches of like elven scrollings, and it's fucking gorgeous. And I would love a little house there. Just, oh my God, even just a little cabin to go vacay at.
Yeah.
I want that. I want all of that lighting. I want all the trees, all of the colors. And I say I wish I was an elf living in Rivendell. In reality, I'm more like a hobbit living in the Shire. So I know that about myself. I am aware. But oh my God, just the scenery alone, just everything is just
Yeah.
gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Even if you don't remember all of these crazy names of characters, it's like Game of Thrones. There's all of these insano names and they all sound similar and everybody kind of looks like this other character and you can't keep everybody apart. And it's just constantly going from story to story to story and you're like, wait a second, was that guy or that was that guy? Oh, that's a completely different guy. And what are they doing? What does that mean? I mean, at least for me, sometimes that was how it was. So even if you can't keep the Lord of the Rings characters' names, organized in your brain, it's just pretty to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you need some relaxing music, if you're stressed out, if you need something to work to or whatever, go on YouTube and look for like elven atmosphere music or Rivendell atmosphere.
I think there's literally a Rivendell atmospheric
Yeah,
channel.
I think so. I think I have it saved as a tab on my computer. Anyway, it's so nice and relaxing. Take a bubble bath. Listen to these elven musics.
Yeah.
Relax. Pretend you're in Rivendell under a waterfall. Very nice.
Indeed.
Anyway, I'm loving Lord of the Rings. We've seen a couple episodes.
Yep, 2 episodes came out so far that we've seen.
And also I'm loving Bad Sisters
Ooh,
on
yeah.
Apple TV. This is another show. It is a sort of dark comedy,
Yeah.
I would say.
Absolutely.
It is based in Ireland, and there's Irish actresses in it. Sharon Horgan actually wrote the series, and she's been in multiple things that we really like in Aslan B's show, This Way Up, which I loved, among multiple other things. Also, Sarah Green, who's been in multiple detective shows that we like, based in the UK. And Eve Hewson, which is Bono's daughter, who was in another series that we had talked about here on the podcast. Yeah, and so they're sisters, and there's this asshole brother-in-law of theirs. I mean, he's married to one of the sisters, but Oh my God, he's a turd. He's a fucking turd.
He's, yeah, always referred to as the prick.
Yes. And boy, does he live up to that and more. And basically, it's about how they deal with him because they kind of find themselves attempting to murder him in various ways because he's just so awful to all of them, and how that keeps going wrong, essentially. I don't think that's giving too much away. Um, and it's really fun to watch, and I think all the actresses are really great, and it's funny, but it's also there's also drama and that kind of darkness because they're
Yeah.
this guy is a total prick and they're
Oh
trying to
my
get rid of
gosh.
him. Yeah.
He's so horrible. Like,
Just manipulative, scheming, narcissistic,
yeah.
just terrible.
Sometimes kind of funny to laugh at like how much of a prick he is. I don't know. It's
Just the
just
audacity.
yeah, the audacity of the things that he does. Oh my gosh.
Check that out. Apple TV, Bad Sisters. I think there are 4 or 5 episodes out now. Something like that.
Also, House of Dragons started.
House of Dragons. Dracarys.
Indeed.
Dracarys. That means, hey, dragon, light shit up on fire.
House of Dragons, which of course is the Game of Thrones prequel that takes place. Well, crap, now I forget how long before.
Is it like couple hundred years or something
maybe.
before
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah,
Game of Thrones times?
yeah. With like kind of centering on the white-haired Targaryens and stuff. Matt Smith, you may know him as one of the Doctor Who's. He's one of the Targaryens, and he's really good in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely some good acting in there.
I love the costumes. I love to see all the costumes. That's something that really appeals to me. And dragons. I mean, dragons are awesome.
Yeah, a lot more dragons in this one.
A lot more dragons, yeah. I don't know any of their names.
No.
Also, the landscapes are really pretty. Like, I don't know how much is real and not real. I don't know where they have filmed these things. I'm assuming some of that is in Iceland, just based on how it looked, but who knows? I didn't look it up. But gorgeous to look at as well. Just, again, period costumes, castles and shit.
Yeah.
Sign me up. So, very much enjoying that as well.
And then the other thing we started that came out recently is RuPaul's Celebrity Drag Race Season 2.
Oh, yeah. So, I never saw the original season of Celebrity Drag Race. Essentially, the premise is RuPaul and some judges, Michelle, Ross, yada yada, if you watch Drag Race, have welcomed a variety of celebrities to dress in drag and do lip sync performances to compete to see who's putting the work in. And they have a little team. There's 3 other like actual drag queens that are there to help them. They have a choreographer and they put the work in and they get their makeup and everything done, wig, hair, yada yada yada, and perform, and it's really fun to watch. It's basically a competition show with celebrities and drag. That's probably a shorter way I could have told you about it now that I'm thinking about it. But I wanted to watch it because, spoiler alert, one of them is AJ from the Backstreet Boys. And I knew it from the trailer because I know what his voice sounds like. And I was very excited to watch it. Just the idea of him in drag and what he could bring to that. And it's fun. Drag is fun. Drag is joyful. Drag is a celebration. And so if you don't like drag, child, I feel bad for you. And I think you need some drag in your life because it is so much fun. And I love watching them perform. I mean, even the people who aren't very good at it, it's still fun to watch what they do and how they, like, what kind of character, what kind of attitude they bring to their drag persona. And they all get drag names, and there's some people I don't know who they are under there, but I know who most of them are. And I want to say that Chick LaFay is really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to tell you who it is. I already know who it is. But if you don't know, I don't want to spoil that one for you. And I haven't told you who AJ is, but come on. It should be really easy to tell. And I like how the makeup is getting better as time goes on.
Yeah.
I think they're just, becoming their character more. We're one episode behind right now. We need to catch up. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's really fun to watch.
No cap. All right, Hailey. You have any no cap?
You know what I hate? Carpal tunnel type situations.
Yeah.
My hand, I think I slept weird and hurt my wrist or something. And my hand is just, the muscle from the wrist and stuff is just hurting, and it feels kind of carpal tunnel-y. And, you know, I have to mouse a lot for work. I have to write a lot for school. So my hand doesn't really have time to rest and recuperate.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's really annoying. That's my no cap whine for, just like, it hurts. I don't like it. That's what's happening there. Oh, another no cap. This is just kind of like, hey, this is what I got up to lately. I actually was back on our local news's afternoon program, lifestyle program.
Yeah.
That'd be what it's called. It's called Afternoon Live. It's on KATU in Portland, Oregon. And I do plus size fashion segments on it occasionally. And I was back on just this last Friday. And I actually got to go in studio. I got to go back. We've been on Zoom for 2.5 years or whatever. And it's really annoying. And after the last time, when there was like a technical malfunction, literally 15 seconds before I went live, and we had to just use the laptop camera and all this stuff. It was just very chaotic. And I just felt like I'd put so much work into picking all the things that I did and looking a certain way, because I wore a swimsuit on TV, you guys. And I was really mad that just the video quality wasn't as great from the transmission of me to the studio on the Zoom. And it really bummed me out. So I was really happy to go in studio, and then I don't have to worry about the technical. That's on someone else. I just have to show up. Like, here's the thing. I would love to just be the talent, show up, do my job, and fuck off to the next gig, instead of having to be the one that also does all of the business and all of the marketing and all of the graphics and all of the stuff. I edit the photos, I edit the podcast, I put the blog posts together, I do all my social media. Like, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And I would love to just show up and do my job and be the star. So it was nice to just come into the studio with all of my supplies and set it up and do my job and pack it all up and leave. It was nice. I didn't have to worry about anything else, you know?
Yeah.
And I felt like I'm always nervous when I go on TV, but I wasn't as nervous this time. I also was less prepared than I usually am. I had a few things I wanted to say, and I was just like, the rest of it will come to me, I hope. Because I know what I'm talking about. I know, sometimes I don't necessarily know all the little technical things, but I'll know what the fuck I'm talking about. I mean, I am a plus size fashion expert because I have been plus size for 42 years. And so I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. But sometimes I get so into the idea of having like kind of a script of what I want to say and it being spot on and all of that. And I think sometimes I over prepare.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to just, like when I'm sitting here talking to you, we haven't rehearsed any of this. I'm just yapping off the top of my head.
Yeah.
What comes to me comes to me. It's like, you know, being a person, having a conversation. Sometimes that seems really hard to me. And I try to over prepare. And so I've just been trying not to put too much into it. Just like, hey, I know what I'm going to say. I know different, knowledge that I can educate people with or say what I need to say. I know about this product, that product, blah, 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 blah. And, I say what I say. And the questions that are asked of me, I answer them, and I'm just not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel really good about that, and sometimes I wish I had prepared a little bit more. But it's really hard for me. I'm just yammering on. You can tell me to stop anytime. Also, I hate to watch myself back. There's always this falls into no cap. There's always a segment of time after we record a podcast or after I do one of my TV segments where I just fucking hate myself. Hate myself.
You don't
Just
need to
like,
do that.
you're a dum-dum. You fucked that up. You should have talked about this. You should have said this way. You should have done that. You didn't do this right. Just constantly like, oh my God, I made a fool of myself. I'm so stupid. Blah, 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 blah. That runs for, I mean, it's probably a solid 24 hours. And it's really hard. I have to like give myself time to look at photos of myself. If I do photo shoots, there has to be some kind of buffer between when I start looking at them and editing them. Otherwise, I will hate every single one of them. And it's always once I give it time and I go back, I'm like, oh, I looked cute that day. Why did I think I was ugly or whatever?
Yeah.
So I always need that buffer time. And I was actually able to look at my video today, and it's only been 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's better than I usually do. And I was able to watch it. Now, did I look great? I don't think so. I think I needed better lighting. The camera was low. I just looked very, I don't know, just very different than what I see in the mirror. But I didn't hate it. I was like, fine. Maybe that's what I look like. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to see yourself in a photo, and there's all kinds of different lenses. There's all kinds of different lighting. You're gonna look different. Dobby's hacking up water or something over there. Is he okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna look different at different angles. Blah 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 blah. Some are good. Some are maybe bad. I don't know. Whatever. The important thing is kind of to be just neutrally say, maybe that's what I look like. Okay, well, I can't change it. So that's kind of how I feel. Like, I'm just, the lighting, the angle.
Yeah, they do use like seems like a wider angle camera, and it's like lower. It's like,
yeah, and I don't always,
maybe like 5 foot or something.
I don't always hate it, but for some reason this time it just really jarred me. And I was just like, oh, okay, maybe I do look like that. But I watched it, I accepted it, and I liked it. If nothing, maybe I'm super charming to people. Even if nothing I say is helpful, which I think some of it probably is. At least maybe I'm charming.
Absolutely.
And bring a smile to people's faces. That's what I hope for.
Yeah, and didn't you learn that time after something is like a vulnerability hangover?
Yes, it's called a vulnerability hangover. And it is not fun. Anytime you share or, maybe you've just been very emotional with someone or what have you, yeah, you can be like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I should have done this differently. Oh, I'm a fucking turd because I said this thing. Or, I showed too much of myself. I let too many people in. I was vulnerable. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get through.
I think everybody has that in some shape or form.
I would imagine so. It's a pretty normal thing, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So at least there's that. I'm not alone. Other people do it.
No.
It's stressful. But I was happy to go in studio. I had a good time. Everybody was super sweet. Everybody was excited to see me. I was excited to be there.
It's too bad Craig Robinson was there the Friday before.
I know. I would have loved to meet him.
Yeah.
Another one, office member. I'm meeting Rainn Wilson this weekend, you guys.
Yeah.
Rainn Wilson. And Sean Astin and Elijah Wood. I didn't want to tell you ahead of time, so I could tell you all about it next time. But that's happening this weekend, and I'm freaking out now. So, very excited. I love The Office. It's one of my favorite TV shows. And I've already met 5 people from The Office. So Rainn will be the 6th, I think. 6th or 7th. And so I'm just... it's Dwight. And plus he's been in like a million other things, He's got work. So, and we'll both be dressed as hobbits for this.
Yeah.
I don't know if I added that. We're going to be dressed as the hobbits when this happens.
I mean, we'll be giant hobbits next to Elijah and
and
Sean Astin.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a topsy-turvy world. We should just shrink ourselves and Photoshop the photo so we're hobbit size.
Yeah, really.
I could work on that. But yeah, so that's like the most excitement I've had lately. Otherwise, I've just been working We've all just been working.
Yeah, yep. I guess one last item, at least between Hailey and I, is we just had our 17th anniversary of our first date.
Oh, that's right.
So,
17, jeez.
yeah, it took 2 months for me to convince her to go out with me.
That's true.
Was it only 2 months?
Yeah, it was 2 months. I'm a tough egg to crack.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, alright. And then she fell deeply in love with me. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Of course, I told her I loved her first, so.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do it. Look, I've seen the shows. I've read the books. It wasn't supposed to be me, so I wasn't going to say a thing. But just because I looked at you and thought you were cute, you got all freaked out.
I hadn't evaluated my feelings at that point.
Yeah, all I did was look at you and be like, oh, look, he's so cute. Look at his eyelashes. And then you looked over at me and you were freaked out.
I don't know if I was freaked out, but...
Yeah, you were. Yes, you were. It was an issue. 17 years. That's nuts.
Yeah.
And I still like you. I still think you're pretty cool.
It's pretty crazy.
I never thought that would be a thing.
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Congratulations for meeting me 17 years ago. And
well, dating. We met... Yeah. Well,
I said meeting me.
Yeah, true.
But yes, then we started dating, also 17 years ago. It's the same year this happened.
Yes, correct.
I didn't think I needed to be super technical about it.
Yes.
Just an overview.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
We're going to try and get another podcast out, but we are going to be on vacation for a week in September, so just in case...
Okay, just in case it doesn't come out, here's what had happened. We either didn't have time to record it, or I got too stressed out and didn't get it edited in time.
Yeah.
So, no matter what, another one will come out. Just if I fuck it up, that's what happened. I got too stressed out.
Yeah.
FYI. So look, again, I beseech you, send me your stories. Tell me you like me. Say hi. Don't be a stranger. I invite you to DM me and email me and all that stuff. Just don't be a dick, obviously. Or be a dick about something that you hate. That's fine. Just don't let it be me. If you hate me, I don't want to hear about it.
Go fuck yourself.
I don't need that shit in my life. But get in touch if you feel so inclined. We welcome it. Check out the website. Check out the Instagram. I try to post extra shit over there. Sometimes I don't get to it right away. I'm a human.
Well, in case you guys didn't go look up the horrible beards, we'll put the horrible face circle beard thing on this podcast post. So check it out.
We'll talk to you next time. Hopefully we will be punctual with it. Get in touch with us. Check out the Instagrams. Go check out my segment. It will be on my blog, divinemrsdiva.com. And we look forward to talking to you again in the future. So we love hanging out with you and we hate to see you go, but that's what's got to happen. I know I changed it up a little bit there. You like that? Still pretty basic. I'm going to shut the fuck up because I'm like super high now and I just don't even know what the fuck is coming out of my mouth. It's just like verbal diarrhea at this point. So, you know what I was supposed to say? You know how I usually say it. My brain doesn't compute right now. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.